So this mess of pipes and wires is my filter setup. The pond is about 5,000 litres, so that's 1,000 gallons, and we have a 4,500 pump which pumps into the UV. Cleaned this one up the other day, nice and you can see the UV's working on that one, into a 12,000 litre pressure filter, and that goes back up and that goes into the waterfall. That is on a timer, so the waterfall doesn't run during the night. You know, it's not noisy for the neighbours or anything like that, and yeah, just don't need the waterfall on all the time. So this is just a bit of extra filtration. The main filtration is 8,000 litre per hour pump, and that goes into 20,000 litre rated pressure filter, which has got a built-in UV, but the UV looks reasonably dull. I've not changed it for a while, so today's job is get the UV changed, and I'm going to change the filter foams inside. The reason I'm changing the filter foams is because they've not been changed for a while. So it comes out the 20,000 litre pressure filter and comes up into my blue barrel. Just some crap insulation on the blue barrel. So it tees off. I think if you can see, it does tee off that. Return back to the pond, but then also some of it is diverted into my barrel. This barrel, 3 layers of foam, and underneath the foam, K1 media. So the reason I'm changing the filter foams and the filter is this barrel keeps getting clogged up with loads and loads of debris, some thick stuff, so I know that the foams aren't catching it. So the foams in the pressure filter are really just for mechanical media, and this is meant to be more my sort of biological. So it's filled up with 25 litres of K1, and my water is nil. It's clear. My water, I'm not saying it's crystal clear, it's not like drinking water, but it's normally really clear. I find that, you know, the static media in there is good for the biological, also good for trapping any smaller debris, and obviously got the foams on top. The pipe going in goes down and is angled, so it actually spins round, so it creates a slight vortex in there, and I don't know, when you listen to the barrel you can actually hear the media moving around, circulating in there. So it's not a completely static bed, it's not got air going into it, but the media is moving normally. So what I'm going to do is put some air stones in that, give it a bubble up and clean, and then change the UV in this one and change the foams. I might just, if some of the foams are good in that one, I might swap them with some of the ones in there. But yeah, not looking forward to this job because it's going to be messy. It always is messy, but here we go. So the mains RCD for the garage goes into a junction box straight away, and this junction box is wired up to the float switch. So with it being a pump fed system, you don't want any leaks on your pipes or anything like that, because if you get leaks on the pipes you can drain all the water out. So got a float switch in there, so the float switch, if the water drops over a certain level, float switch kicks in, kills all the power to the pumps and the UVs so they don't burn out or anything like that. And then we've got big filter, pump, the other filter which is on a timer, and this UV, and then that's extra. Got some lights as well, some lights in the pond. Yeah, right, let's get taking things apart, get messy. Don't know if you can see in there very well, but that is a state in there. A lot of larger chunks, so that's why I need to change that filter thing. So I'm going to stick an air stone in, fill this one up, that'll bubble it up, agitate all the muck, and then empty it out. And then once this is empty of water, I can then do the main filter. Don't know if you can see in there very well, but that is a state in there. A lot of larger chunks. So that's why I need to change that filter thing. So I'm going to stick an air stone in, fill this one up, that'll bubble it up, agitate all the muck, and then empty it out. And then once this is empty of water, I can then do the main filter. So this is the inside of the filter. Look at that. Yeah, definitely needed a clean. So I'll get all this drained out and then get those foams off. Just look at the state of that. You can see how much the bottom foams have just worn away. They're down to the plastic now compared to the top foam. It's not good, but a lot thicker gradually gets thinner as we get to the bottom, and this one is barely anything to it. So let's get this all cleaned up. There you go. Got a lot of crap off. You can see, if I pan out, you can see a lot more. It's almost like a little pyramid, isn't it? How much the bottom one is worn down compared to the top one. So now it's got to take it apart, put the new ones on. So that was the top one. And you can see it's been absolutely eaten away where it's spun round. So I'm not going to swap that into the other one. He's definitely a goner. There we go. So that's new filter foams, new 18-watt bulb. Get that changed over so it's any brighter. So that's the UV. I thought the quartz would be a lot dirtier, to be honest. It doesn't look too bad. Just got to unscrew that there, take the quartz off, and then change the bulb, and then fit it all back together. So this is meant to be the biological bit in a pressure filter. Balls like that. You can see the yellow is where they've got some biofilm on them, but that completely jammed solid. No room to move. So clean this up and make it work a lot better. Wow, that looks so much better. I can't believe how much junk and crap fish poo was in there just from maybe a year. Yeah, need to keep cleaning that a bit more regularly. Okay, just look at the difference in that. Sponges, all the same size, not pyramiding at the bottom. And you can see how deep down it goes to the plastic. So the sponges before were right the way down to that plastic. Now it's much bigger. So this should hopefully stop all the crap going into the second filter. Okay, that's everything all back together. New foams, new UV bulb, all the crap cleaned out the bottom, which I'm definitely going to have to do more often now. I think that filter's maybe been there maybe 3 years, so definitely every year I'm going to have to get out and clean it out. I do take it apart and clean it every year, but just not as much. So I need to get that much bigger clean. There you can see all the K1. That's flowing through nicely. So there's holes in the side of this pipe where the water flows through, where it actually sucks air in as it goes. so when it comes out of the pond, it's got nice little air bubbles. Yeah, so that's my filter clean. Hopefully next week or so the water's going to look a lot clearer. Thanks for watching, hope it's useful. Like and subscribe.